Hello once again, everybody. Steve Pello can get you updated on what's happening around Sun Belt Conference softball. Final weekend of the regular season over the weekend. Louisiana's Raging Cajuns will be the #1 seed in the upcoming Sun Belt Conference postseason tournament in San Marcos, Texas, which begins on Wednesday. The Cajuns swept a 3-game series from ULM, winning the first game 9-3, taking the second game 20-2, and then taking the third and final game by the final score of 9-2. South Alabama wins 2 out of 3 from Troy over the weekend. South Alabama, like Louisiana, will draw an opening day bye in the Sun Belt Conference postseason tournament. They will go in as the #2 seed. South Alabama drops the first game by the final score of 6-3, but comes back to take the final 2 games, scores of 2-0 and 4-1. Georgia State sweeps a 3-game set from Georgia Southern, winning by scores of 4-1, 19-6, and 10-7. And finally, Texas State wins their final 3 games of the season, sweeping a 3-game series from UT Arlington by scores of 11-0, 2-0, and also 11-2. So your final regular season standings: Louisiana's Raging Cajuns win the Sun Belt Conference regular season championship for the 13th time in the last 15 years. They finish at 37-8 overall, 20-3 in Sun Belt Conference play. South Alabama finishes at 16-4. Texas State will be the #3 seed in the upcoming Sun Belt Conference postseason tournament. They finish league play at 14-6. Troy had a nice year. The Trojans 14-9. They will go in as the 4 seed. Georgia State will go in as the 5 seed after finishing at 14-10 overall in the season. ULM 10-5. They will go in as the #6 seed. The #7 seed is the UT Arlington Mavericks. They finish at 8-15 on the season. Georgia Southern will go in as the 8th seed. They finished Sun Belt Conference play with a record of 4-20. The lone Sun Belt Conference team, which did not qualify for the Sun Belt Conference postseason tournament this season, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, they finish at 1-22. Again, only 8 of the 9 teams in the Sun Belt Conference will be participating in San Marcos this coming week. But another interesting week in the Sun Belt Conference. Again, all but 3 teams in the top 100 in terms of RPI. And you look at the overall standings, you had only 2 teams under 500 at Georgia Southern and Appalachian State. Both finished under 500. UT Arlington finished at 500 at 27-27. Of course, there's still an opportunity for them to finish over 500 as postseason statistics and games do count. Other than that, everybody else over 500 in the conference, including Louisiana at 37-8, South Alabama at 35-10, Texas State at 32-20, Troy at 32-22. And Georgia State at 35-19, followed by ULM at 28-20. That does it for the regular season in the Sun Belt Conference. Postseason softball tournament begins Wednesday in San Marcos, Texas. For ESPN 1420 and ESPN1420.com, I'm Steve Poliquin.